Hello and welcome to the next part of my Star Wars The Old Republic series. I am currently stood outside our next questing zone where we ended off the last video. All we're doing is going into here. I'm just going to work our way through to this point here, and then we'll go through here, and the mission will end here. That's for the smuggler, so we won't be going that far. It does get a bit interesting from here on out. There's a slight twist when we do get here, so it will be worth watching. I'm going to try and get it all done in one video, so let's get moving. Once we do this part, we will be finished on Ord Mantell, which could be some fun. Something wrong with my keyboard. There we go. I think it was just off balance. Right, we do need to kill everything that we can. Alright, next. Right, so we're going to go here and we're going to do that and slice that terminal and also access this computer. I love it when you get things like this. There's 5 opponents. Wow. Same for these guys over here. That's them. And then we'll go over here as well and just finish these off. We don't need the XP, but may as well while we're at it. It just saves having to do extra content that we may have to repeat once we leave Ord Mantell, because I have a little routine that I do. Just to ensure that the leveling remains at a constant level, let's say. Because if you become underleveled, it can become quite difficult to do certain things later on in the game. We've got 2 items in our mailbox, but you know, I don't think we'll get a chance to collect them anytime soon. Oh, and we see I see a chest over here, so we'll take that. For some reason that didn't send me there. And so we'll kill him. And then that's that one done. I'll collect this. And we got that. It's probably not even worth anything. And then that's that collected. You find a list of visitors leading to those tourists. Includes the areas where they were visiting in the base. So I reckon we've got to kill people. Right, we'll go down here and we'll kill these just because we can. And then boom, that's that one done. And then we can do this. Right, now we'll work our way down here and into the next area. Should get through this pretty quickly. I reckon we should be done within the half an hour set. It all just depends on whether things go our way or not. Level 10 Commando there, he's not still 11 like us. Necessity Guard Mail, that's a stronghold item which I'll also get into after this video. And we're actually going over here. Oh, we don't need to bother with them. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing special that we need to do around this part. It's just literally finishing off the planet. Let's see if we can sell anything.
Report your ailments.
Repair, sell, goodbye. We can get rid of that, that, and that. And that's the end of that.
You are fit for duty. Return to your
It's always
post.
important to try and just keep on top of your bags because you never know how far away the next one's going to be. I think the trooper class is a good class to start with if you're a new player, just because of the variety of abilities it gives, and the fact that if you become a healer, you know, healing abilities as well as powerful DPS abilities. Obviously your DPS will be weaker than most, but that will be down to skill and abilities as well. So I've played with lots of different players in the time that I've played this game, and I've known healers that can do just as much damage as some DPS while healing. Ridiculous, but it just shows that if you're good enough with the keyboard, you can do pretty much anything. I've actually tanked with a Sentinel, the last boss of what's it called? I can't think of what it's called. It's one of the ops anyway, and I tanked it with a DPS, which shouldn't be possible, but I did it just by keeping my aggro up and smashing the hell out of it. Stuff like that I'll get into when I get this level to level 6. I'll get through the queuing up process and the daily process. And yeah, just get into the nitty gritty bits of it and show you how it's done. I'll try to record it, but it might get a bit lengthy, so I'll keep it as short as I can. Best way I'll probably do it is I'll show the people the quickest route round all the dailies, and then I'll show them tactics to the hard mode flashpoints, and then once we're geared up I'll show you the tactics to the basic operations, then the hard mode, and then the nightmare mode. Nightmare mode, it does explain in the name how difficult it can be.
You did it, Sergeant. That was some top-notch soldiering.
We are
We're all
top-notch
proud of
shoulder,
you.
that's why.
Thank you, sir.
Looks like we've got a whole new problem. Not all of those guards you killed were Seps. Imperial
Yep.
soldiers
Well
operating
done.
right alongside the Separatists. We need to know how deep this connection goes. I want you to continue further into the base. Finding the rest of Havoc Squad is now priority 1. If they've been captured, they might be able to tell us more about what's going on in there. If possible, you should also retrieve the ZR-57. It costs about 40 million credits, so Command would like it back. But your squad mates are the main objective
No,
now.
let's not take it back, let's
My
sell
squad
it.
mates are here.
That way we can make lots
I'll
of
bring
money
them
and be
home.
happy.
Good luck, Sergeant.
Right, let's move on out of here. We're nearly level 12. I reckon if we do that, hit that threshold, we'll stop getting XP from the quests, because believe it or not there is a cut-off point. I think it's about 6 levels above the quest level. If you reach that level you will get like 5-6 XP for doing the quest rather than say 3000. That's just to stop, well, to make people progress in the game, because obviously you could just do the heroics on one planet, and that would not be very good for the progression of your character. I'm actually going to kill these guys up here because if I'm right, it's this quest here, Alliance of Evil, and I am right. Shows how much I've played each character on this game. So if you do, like I said, if you do have any questions, just let me know. It'd be very unlikely if I can't answer them. And as I said, I was a very good DPS player with the Sentinel back in Rise of the Hutt Cartel. Obviously there's been, I think it's it's one expansion since then, so there has been a lot of change, but I reckon it's basically the same sort of principle. It's just basically knowing your rotations, movement, when and where to use what abilities. It follows that principle pretty much all the time. Certain characters well, set characters, I mean classes, are easier to use than others. Preferably I do prefer the Sentinel because it's the easiest to use in my game. It has good movability, you can move around and attack. Obviously it's not ranged, but that's not a problem because you have your forced leap, so you just jump straight to them. And like I said, the amount of DPS I used to be able to put out actually meant I could steal the aggro off the tank. And that was useful when it got later on into the game and say the tank wiped, I could take over temporarily and spam all my defensive cooldowns and actually make a difference. DPS does become important because later on in the game you'll actually find out that certain bosses have rage timers, and if they hit that rage and you can't kill him quick enough, he'll just wipe you out. He'll last him a minute if that, because of how hard he hits and how fast basically everything just goes up on him. Okay, so what? I don't know why you just stood there then.
Get out of here.
Get out of here, you noob. That's right, you know your place. I don't think you should be saying that to a soldier.
Get out of my face.
Oh, yeah, obviously. You're a freaking nitwit. Look at your face. For some reason then it weren't progressing the videos, but it was just standing there like a freaking moron. So I was having to hit space. I don't know why it's doing that, it don't normally do that. I mean, we're pretty much halfway through. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. And it's down here. There we go. See, we're on track. We're about halfway through, and we're 12 minutes into the video. This is literally the last stage. We go around this bit now and end up at the very last final bit. There is no bonus missions as far as I'm aware, but we'll kill things just on the way through just in case. Right, no, they didn't drop nothing. Schneidy bastards. I'm surprised we've not actually had a purple drop yet. Do get them, but obviously they are rare. But when they do drop, it's very rare for the fact that you can use it as well. It tends to just be really class things that you don't need. Once we get off this planet, I'm going to go through quite a few things. We will stop leveling, just while I go through and make a video on a few of them. But you know, that's because I am making a video walkthrough, and I am going to go every detail when possible. With this one, I'll end up explaining healer rotations when we hit level 60. But till then, I'll be going through flashpoint walkthroughs, teaching you the tactics to each boss, bonus bosses, because when you get to hard modes, they do have a bonus boss on each one, and they are worth doing because you actually can get elite level equipment. But I'll double check over that because they might have changed it. Right, there's no bonus missions here. I'm just literally killing these and destroying these turrets. I'm going to save up on for a HD recorder for my Xbox One, so that I can record games like Destiny and Halo. So I'll do keep an eye out for videos and walkthroughs on them in the future. I actually wait here because I know that mob drops down there, so I just destroy them. Save them the hassle of doing it. check out them troopers taking them down. You see my health was going down, but I weren't worried. No point being worried. Look, there we are, we have a little trooper coming in. I reckon they should follow us, but they don't. That would make the game really interesting if you had like 10 troopers behind you just following you. It'd be enough to scare the shit out of anyone that you're running at. And we go up here, and now we are going to continue down to here. Return, so we've completed 2 of them already, so there's only 2 more left to complete. Keeps it nice and simple. Die, you scum. Where does the word scum come from? When you're legacy level 48. It does take a lot longer to level that up, but you know, it's definitely worth it. With all the little boosts and tricks that you get from it, just makes it get a little bit different when it comes to repeating leveling a character. There's going to be one specific thing that I do get from it, but I'll get into that at a later point. Havoc Squad, you should have heard a hollow frequency squawking regards you. Even annihilate their entire droid security force. What good measure? Not too sure what that would get in at. A bit confused. Probably have to read over that again. Right, that's just because we've hit level 12. It's saying go forth and go on and blah 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 blah. Alright, and we're getting up to the final part. This is, oh hang on, new abilities, Hail of Bolts. That's actually another AoE move. If you use that, if you have a look, it does that. It's not as good as them two, but you know, if you do them two are on cooldown, you can spam that as much as you want. I don't think there's a cooldown to it. No, literally there isn't. Let's test it. Nope, no cooldown, and it just uses about 12% of your energy cells. Right, yep, there we go. I hope you guys are ready, because this is the final part of the story for Ord Mantell until we return back to Fort Garnick, and there is... No, I won't mention anything, I'll let you find out for yourselves. I just hope you guys are ready for what you're about to witness. All these here are debuffs, movement slowed, periodic damage taken, blah 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 blah. If you see them stacking up, it tends to mean you need to debuff them, or you just need to get rid of them as soon as somehow without going into your next fight, because otherwise, well, you'll die. Especially in operations and flashpoints, you really do need to pay attention to stuff like that. Especially as a healer, because you'll have to like actually heal, and you can cleanse them off of the players. Here we go.
Sergeant, I thought my orders were very clear. You aren't supposed to be here.
I will take him.
No,
What's
Wraith.
going
The
on
Sergeant
here?
deserves to know the truth. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this. I harbor no ill will toward you. You're everything a warrior should be. I'm afraid the Republic no longer values her warriors, even the very best among them.
We fought the Empire for
Shocker,
years.
isn't it?
Do you really think
Gets
things are
worse
better
yet.
over there?
The Empire respects warriors, Sergeant. The Republic's top officials, on the other hand, have decided to cast us aside. The truth is that no matter what they may say, the Republic's Senate doesn't actually believe it can win another war against the Empire. That makes you and I a threat. Every Havoc Squad victory fires up people's imaginations. It fills them with pride, which means the bureaucrats can't afford to let us keep succeeding.
Yeah, we can beat the Empire. Don't
We
be
have
such
to
a bunch
win.
of puffs.
The Imperials must be defeated.
If only you'd been with us longer, Sergeant. you would understand. You might even have come with us. The Republic abandoned us. During a mission on Ando Prime, they simply left us to die. But I won't try to persuade you. Honestly, I hope you die with your ideals intact. The rest of us will never have that luxury.
This
not
guy
too late,
doesn't
Caps.
die.
You can still turn back.
Turn back to what? The Republic that wants me dead and gone? No, Sergeant, I think not.
Oh, by the way, good work finding the ZR-57 for us. We were starting to worry that the Separatists might, waste our big present for the Empire.
Shocking.
But thanks to you, we can now present the Empire with this magnificent tool of destruction.
Too bad I deactivated
Imperials
it.
won't be very impressed once they realize the bomb is neutralized.
A clever bluff, Sergeant, but it won't help you.
We'd better get a move on, boss. If we don't break Atmo in the next few minutes, every gun in the sky will have a clear shot on us.
Time we were off. Colonel Vor, please give the
Gearbox,
Sergeant
you
the
traitor.
warrior's death he deserves.
Bring it on, suckers. We're gonna kick your ass. Why he's pretending to hold a rifle that doesn't exist,
Let's see
I
what
don't
you've
know.
got. It's been an honor serving with you, Sergeant. Goodbye.
Traitors. Traitorous. Son of bitches. Now they're asking for a fight. Let's give them one. Bye. Dead. Right, so what did you think of that? Bet you weren't expecting it. So now we can go back over to Fort Garnick, which is what we are going to do with my favourite tool of all. Bingo! And there we go, people. We are back at Fort Garnick. And now what we're going to do is we're going to...
Command sending out new
Sorry, I was
tactics
asking us
all
to
the
hand the
time.
quest in now then, but it's not. So we'll go over to this guy first. Boom. Captain Azus.
Word is you secured the landing area. Good work.
Yep, we
War's
did.
never pretty, but I want you to know you're a real hero.
Of course we
It's
are.
important to remember we're fighting for peace on Ord Mantell.
I'm just doing my duty,
Yeah,
Captain.
we didn't even break a sweat.
You're a
We
proud
walked through
example
it.
of Havoc Squad and the Republic military. Thank you for your efforts. Hopefully this fight's almost done.
Would be a vast area. Right, there we go. We got some nice new paints. Stick them on. No point now because we're changing them soon. And then we'll go over here and we'll hand in this one. Don't know which one this one is. Oh, this was the one with the secret
if it isn't
agent.
the hero of the day. My agents picked him up outside the Separatist base. He's already told us enough to crush the life out of this rebellion once and for all. Good work.
Yeah, well, he called me a
Better give you the
nitwit, so you're lucky
information
he's
you need.
alive.
And a fine job you did, soldier. You should be commended. Here's your pay. And again, good work.
What do we get? We get some gloves that are better, and we also get some an XP booster. I always like XP boosters. Alright, now we go on to find out what's going to happen to Havoc Squad now that they've traited us. Zach's feeling better that we rescued him, and Verk is going down. Oh yeah, that's the arsehole of a lieutenant that we bumped into here. He's actually going to get arrested and sent down because we reported him. Yeah.
General, with all due respect, how can you do this? I've served with you in infantry command for years.
That's enough, Jorgen. This wasn't my choice. But a defection of this scale, somebody has to swing, and the powers that be say it's you.
And look
What's
at
going on here?
Jargon.
Your command full of traitors
Head
just
Jargon,
destroyed my
Lieutenant
career,
Jargon.
Sergeant. Command can't
Been
punish
stripped.
them, so they're burning me instead.
You must be our last loyal Havoc member. I'm General Vander, Republic Chief of Operations for Ord Mantell. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. On behalf of the Republic and the people of Ord Mantell, I want to thank and congratulate you for your courageous actions in disabling the stolen ZR-57. Your heroic efforts saved countless innocent lives. In recognition of your valiant service, I hereby promote you to the rank of Lieutenant. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Lieutenant, as the last remaining member of Havoc, the duty of rebuilding the squad falls to you. Havoc is your command. To get the process started, I've decided to assign Sergeant Jorgen here as Havoc's first new member.
Sounds good to me. You get our first little bitch.
I'll take the Havoc patch
And
and
it's
Sergeant
him.
stripes if it means I get to grind them into Tavis's face before we kill him.
This is the best I can do for you, Jorgen. You're a good man. We need good people now more than ever. I don't know what Tavis is planning, but he knows the inner workings of our military better than anyone. The destruction he could cause.
And we're going to ask where he is. Like they're going to
We've
know.
been able to get a fix on where the traitors are heading.
Unfortunately, no. They slipped off-world before we could mobilize to track them. You'll have to hunt them down, Lieutenant. I hope you're prepared. In any case, your work here is done. I've got a shuttle prepped, and you're going to Coruscant for your next
So
assignment.
that's where we're going next.
When you arrive
To
on
Coruscant.
report immediately to the head of Spec Force Division, General Garza. She'll be issuing your orders from now on.
Very well.
Understood, sir.
You better get to your shuttle. It's waiting for you in the landing bay.
Boom.
Lieutenant, Sergeant, you're dismissed. I hope I see you again someday.
You will do. Which one do we want? He's kind of mean looking. We'll go for him. And we get that too. And boom, boom. Boom, boom. So now we actually have Jorgen, the lieutenant, walking on with us. And he, if I'm right, is a DPS player. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. He's DPS. Put our new jacket on. Make it look. Oh, no, wrong one. Make it unify colours. If I remember rightly, just have a look at our companion. He's actually stronger than us, and that is because of this here, the presence. So he would actually kill things twice, well, quicker than me, and he's actually got more health and less armour. But we can give him some gloves, and we can give him. That's about it, really. That's all we can give him. But I still increased his power a bit. And I can actually stick him some armour on alongside us, which will look quite good. Right, now we are, if I am right, done with this planet. We are finished. We are off and out of here. So we have to go up here to the space station. And then it's in here where he's just been. Oh, you see, he's paid 40,000 credits to get that. Now, that's not worth it to me. You know, 3 levels time, you'll have it anywhere, and you don't need to travel anywhere really until level 15 anyway. You can just level to level 15 on the bleeding fleet, which is my secret trick to this game. Get to level 15, 16, doing flashpoints and PvP and starfighter battles. If you do that, when you start Coruscant, all the quests will be nice and easy for you. You'll still get the XP, and then by the time you leave Coruscant, you'll be level 20, and that is the end level for Nashidar, and it creates a knock-on effect for the rest of the planets, which means that you'll actually end up being level 60 before you even end up getting to Rishi, for example. And it, like I said, it just makes leveling a lot easier, and it means you start collecting them basic comms just that little bit earlier. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here, 'cause it's at the half-hour mark. And our next video, we will be going to the fleet using this ship. We will be learning about crew skills, flashpoints, PvP, and strongholds. Strongholds are actually a very good thing, I feel, because it gives you one place to go to for all your utility stuff, such as storage, mailbox, etc. And you can use that from anywhere you are, fleet, planets, wherever. You can travel to it from wherever, and then actually revert back to where it was. So I hope you enjoy watching this video. We have officially finished Ord Mantell, and we are now going to get into the storyline a little bit deeper, and the game will open up a bit more for us. I'll talk through about how things are going to work from here on out in the next video, so do watch it. This is Jesse out.